Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Kickoff with Unbiased Opinion. I am your host, Tony, aka Low Tone Tony, Couch Scout Extraordinaire, and even some call me Pastor Trenches. What's good? What's good, everybody? How are y'all feeling this morning? Top of the morning to everybody on the East Coast, back in the States, whatever time zone you're in, getting your day started. Maybe your day or your night just ended, getting the kids off to school, or they're probably home from school now. So summer camp, getting the kids prepared, to ship them off for the summer in the gym, getting that summer body together. Whatever you choose to do this morning, whatever your vice is. Thank you for tuning in to the morning kickoff. Hopefully every morning I'm able to create a good vibe for you, bringing you good um, discussions, debates, conversation, what have you. Okay. So, yeah, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, select all, so you'll be made aware each and every time I go live. Okay. Share this with your family and friends. As always, we're building a real football conversation over here. So there's no fake hot takes, no media spin, just the film, context, and real debate. All right. And y'all already know what time it is. So I'm always here to shake a little honey from the tree. All right. So, yeah, let's see. Tim Bollock said, Good morning. Good morning, my guy. Thank you for tapping in this morning. Hey, hit that like button on your way in as well. For anybody that's watching, I see there's currently like 8 people watching. Whether you're watching it on Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk or you're watching on the Carolina Armchair GM CJ channel, make sure you hit the like button. If you subscribe to one and haven't subscribed to the other, make sure you subscribe to both. That way you'll be definitely alerted when I go live, because I also stream to the Carolina Armchair GM network. Okay. So today's question is how would I say it? That there's many things you can call Brad Idzik, the unknown, um, you know, Mr. What can you do? Mr. Can you call it? What should we expect from Brad Idzik and his play calling this year? So that will be the topic for today. And I'm also going to go ahead, while I'm thinking about it, go ahead and drop a link in the chat. Anybody watching, anybody feel like they want to come up and be a part of the panel today today's discussion, feel free. I would greatly appreciate it. Hey Tim, what's the weather like where you at? Yeah, where you located at, Tim? What's the weather where you guys are located? Anybody that's watching, I know it's 99 degrees here in the UAE, 3:05 p.m. So yeah, that temperature is pretty consistent throughout the day. It's like it has a 24-hour uh non-adjustable temperature gauge, if you will. Tim says 69 in Hickory, North Carolina. Hell, Tim, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. You probably got a little humidity. What making it feel like it's about 85 or something like that. So yeah, Hickory. I know what Hickory is. Okay. Let's see here. I'm also going. Hey, if you haven't checked out the Patreon, my Patreon page, I'm also drop a link to that real quick. Patreon community is the community that I've created that we're going to do more of a deeper dive into um film breakdown of the Panthers. Yeah, let me drop it here. And film breakdown analysis, um, draft prospects. We're going to look at it from the end, players that, on the college level, whether you have your favorite college player or college team, you know, um, I have access to that, so we can definitely check them out. On the NFL level, of course, each week, especially when the regular season start, I'll be breaking down um each game. So whenever it comes out, I will take it and break it down, analyze it, and on Patreon, we will have a discussion over there. So check out the Patreon. There's 3 tiers. You got the fan zone, was the bottom tier. I believe it's $4 a month. Then you have the film access, which is $8 a month. In order to um have access to the film breakdown and conversations and things of that nature, you do have to at least be signed up for the film access and the VIP debate table. We have a little bit more of a deeper discussion over there, but that tier is also for, I guess you kind of say, like the board, people that would help shape the community. Their suggestions and changes that they think are needed will be definitely heard first and taken into consideration. Right now, Will Robinson's the only one in um, the VIP tier, so he's kind of putting his spin and shape on what he would like to see, and there's nobody to debate that or go against that. So like today, after the live show, we will be streaming through Patreon, and we will be breaking down film today on Jonathan Brooks. I have 3 games of of his loaded from the 2023 season of Alabama, Oklahoma, and Kansas. I didn't want to watch the TCU because that's the game where he tore his ACL. So I have that game, but I chose not to watch that because I don't want to see that. But I have 3 other good games that we can get a good idea, get a good yeah, pretty much get a good idea of what we can expect to hope what we are hoping to see from Jonathan Brooks come the 2026 season for our beloved Carolina Panthers. J Hudge 1246 says 76 degrees in Charlotte, but it's early morning. What's up, J Hudge? And make sure you check your email because I believe when I go live in Patreon, it will send email to the members that are signed up for the film access and the debate VIP. So it automatically sends your email. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna try probably about 15-20 minutes excuse me, 15-20 minutes after I finish up the live here for morning kickoff, we're gonna jump over into Patreon and check out the film over there. Okay, Frankie C says 71 degrees here in the 828 Asheville. Hey, what's up, Frankie? Hey, did you go to Asheville Reynolds? I'm asking that question because my senior year of high school, we lost to AC Reynolds in the second round of playoff. I went to Garinger. And in my junior year, we lost to West Forsyth at West Forsyth. My senior year, AC Reynolds came to Garinger, and we lost to them in the second round. In both years, those 2 teams played Richmond County for the state championship. So, yeah, we weren't feeling too bad, but hey, at least we lost to a team that lost to the powerhouse at that time, which was Richmond County. But yeah, AC Reynolds, man. Hey, I don't know what them boys eating up there. I don't know what kind of laws they splitting or what they weight room looked like. But them dudes got out the bus, man. It was like Okay. Okay, they a little different. They built a little different. Yeah, it was a good game. We had them 9-0 at halftime, and they came out and they scored 20 second half points and shut us out. Yeah. Alright. Jonte Rose said, "Good morning from Northern Nevada. Rise up." No, hell no. There's no rise up here, sir. What's up, Jonte? Hey, appreciate you tapping in this morning, my guy. Glad to see you. Jay Hud said, "Salute." Frankie said, "Reynolds High School is across the street from me." Okay, Frankie. Yeah, AC Reynolds. I believe that's where Rico Dowdle went as well. I think he went to AC Reynolds High School. He was a dual threat quarterback at AC Reynolds. A lot of people don't know that. He didn't play running back at AC Reynolds. He played quarterback. He was a dual threat quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, they ran the wing T at AC Reynolds. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Frankie, but I believe it was the wing T offense that they ran at AC Reynolds. He said the Bears head coach went to Reynolds. Oh, that's where Ben Johnson went. Okay. All right, cool. Well, Ben Johnson also went to the University of North Carolina, which that is my school. That's who I root for, have been most of my life. So yeah, I didn't know he went to AC Reynolds. That's good to know. That's surprising. I'm about to look up his stats and see what his stats were in high school. Yeah, because I know he went to North Carolina. He didn't really get any action and at Carolina, but yeah, he was on the squad at North Carolina. I don't remember exactly who he backed up. But yeah, he went to North Carolina. Jay Hud said they used to run T in the Notre Dame box. Oh, okay. Okay. John T said we ran that wing T at my high school also. Yeah, yeah, the wing T is something that's very hard to stop unless you have the athletes to do it. Um, that's one reason why you got some high schools that still run it. The Service Academy still run it, Navy still runs it, Air Force still runs it, Army runs it. I don't think they run it as much as they used to, but all three of those service academies run that wing T or that triple option. Yeah. Yeah, they do that. They do that at will. Yeah, that's their bread and butter. That is their bread and butter. All right. Hey, anybody, hey, don't forget, I dropped a link in the chat. Anybody that wants to join the panel today and be a part of today's discussion, the link is definitely in the chat. And I'm also going to drop the link to my YouTube because I have seen the uptick in my followers on YouTube as well, and I greatly appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, Jonte, Georgia Tech used to run that thing like that too. And that was crazy because they were running it when Calvin Johnson was still at Georgia Tech, and it was surprising to see the um the yardage that he gained his last year. Like for a run heavy team where they running like 85, basically 90% of the time. I think I can't remember his exact numbers, but I know there was like 1,400 yards, maybe a little bit more than that. But just having those type of yards as a receiver in a wing T offense, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. And he's 6'5", 6'4", 235 pounds, and run the 4.340. All you gotta do is lob it up to him one on one. Because 9 times out of 10, you running man because they in condensed formation, so the box is crowded, and even him one on one on the outside. Yeah, yeah, that's a bad day. That is a bad day. But yeah, check out my Twitter. Follow me over there as well. I greatly appreciate it. There's also a link in the chat. I believe it's at the top of the chat. If you haven't subscribed, it's at the top or the bottom. If you haven't subscribed, click that link and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right now, I'm at 60 for 8 days. I'll take that. I'll take that. Trying to reach 100 um, by training camp. I think that's a fair number to a fair goal to shoot at. That's a fair goal to shoot at. Frankie said, I grew up in South Florida, went to high school with Michael Irvin and Benny and Brian Blaze. Okay. All right, cool, Frankie. What school was that? What school was that? Candy Girl said hello. Hello, Candy Girl. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for tapping in this morning. Yeah, if you guys haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button for me, okay? Let's do that. Let's hit that like button. So what else we got here? What else do we have here? Piper High. I don't think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of Piper High. But okay. Cole Rory said, good morning to all my Carolina Panther fans out there. Hey, top of the morning to you, Cole. What's the temperature like this morning? Where you at? What is the temperature like where you at? Oh, okay. So let me bring in my brother from another mother, my ace boom, Tip Drill Will, aka Will Johnson, Will Robinson. What's good, Will? What's happening with you?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. Great morning.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotta turn the volume up so I make sure I hear you.
Okay,
Okay.
let me see if it's me. Now I got my volume all the
You
way up.
yeah, you ready you ready for this discussion this morning?
I
Talking
have
about
been prepared.
the enigma, the unknown Will Robinson.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, all right. Earl Locklear said, what's good, Tony? Salute. What's good, Earl? Thank you for tapping in, my guy. Irving, Frankie said Irving transferred to St. Thomas. Yeah, St. Thomas Aquinas, right? That's what I think. I think that's where he graduated from, St. Thomas Aquinas. And John Tay Rozier said, you low will. Oh, yeah. I think you're trying to say turn your volume up because you were sounding kind of low, Will.
Okay, am I still low?
No, no, not as low as you were when you first came in.
Okay, okay.
All right, all right. But yeah, man, we're gonna get into Mr. Brad Idzik, aka Mr. Enigma, Mr. AKA Can You Call It? Because we don't know. We gonna know. We don't know. So we're gonna get into um Mr. Brad Idzik today. So let's start with the facts. Day 4 is about Brad Idzik, not Dave Canales, not the full offensive staff, not just Bryce Young. It's strictly about Brad Idzik. So when you are the man holding the call sheet, the offense has your fingerprints on it. Now, yes, excuse me, Canales' turnover play calling is part of the setup, but today is not about relitigating Canales' decision. We already had that conversation, right? So today is about Brad Idzik. Can he call the game? Can he manage the rhythm? Can he sequence plays? That's what I would love to know and get y'all thoughts on. Can he adjust when the defense adjusts? Second half adjustments. Can he help Bryce Young stay on schedule? Can he finish drives? That is the test. Because knowing the offense is one thing. Calling it on Sunday when the defense punches back is something different. So the main question is simple. Is Brad Idzik ready to manage the Panthers call sheet, or is this too much too soon? And here is the standard. The call sheet has to create answers, not excuses. So the first topic today, Will, is what Brad Idzik has to prove. So here's the facts. Brad Idzik knows the offense. He knows the system. He has worked with Dave Canales for a number of years. He has been around Bryce Young and his Panthers offensive staff. So this is not about whether he understands the playbook. He understands the playbook, right? The question is whether he can call the game. So the context is, let's keep this football smart. A play caller is not just reading names off a sheet. A real play caller has to understand the game inside the game. Like you always hear me say, there's three different chess matches going on each play. You know, there's a game inside the game inside the game, right? So
Hmm.
what do we all yeah. So he has to know what did we already show? What is the defense sitting on? What is Bryce seeing? What is the offensive line handling well? Where is the matchup? What get us back on schedule? What sets up the next call? This is why this matters. The Panthers do not need random creativity. They need connected offense. One call should set up the next call. That is the difference between having plays and having a plan. So the question to you, Will, is what does Brad Idzik have to prove first? Rhythm, sequencing, or adjustment ability? What say you?
So what does he have to prove first? Rhythm, sequencing,
Ri-
or
yes,
adjustability?
right, right.
Well, since we're talking about training camp, he's going to have to be able to establish what the rhythm of the offense will be. Because
Okay.
sequencing, because sequencing is based off who your opponent is and the game that you're playing. Adjustability is adjusting to what your opponent has done at to counter what you're trying to do. So,
So which is
so going,
first?
so which is first, I think right now for us is maintaining and establishing a good offensive rhythm. What is our rhythm? What do we do well and how do we do it? How do we go in and out
What?
the
Yeah,
huddle? How do we call the plays? How do we get to the line of scrimmage? How do we check? How do we give the quarterback time to survey the field? That has to be something that has to be established during training camp early because we
right.
got to get that down because we had problems with that most of last year. A lot of times last year. I should say most of the time. But
Yeah,
almost every game, Bryce Young's clapping his hands rapidly because the play wasn't coming in on time.
yeah. You're right. You're right. There was definitely inconsistency with getting the play call in time. You know, time to allow Bryce to call the play in the huddle, break formation, break the huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, survey the defense and things like that. The next thing he's clapping his hands real fast and try to beat the clock and not try to get a delay of game. So yeah, definitely, I can agree with that. The rhythm, I think the rhythm helps sets up everything else. I believe when you got a good rhythm and that's like the base of your foundation, it helps you potentially create the identity of what you want to do offensively. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I can see how I can kind of see how those two things can marry each other. But yeah, I like that answer. I like that answer about establishing, creating a rhythm. Because having a identity and you don't have a rhythm to implement said identity, I think that makes it problematic. And I think we kind of seen that. Oh, Gerald said my audio cut out. Can you still hear me, Will?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, he said my audio cut out. If everybody can hear me, just give me a one. Yeah, I see my audio still look good. Gerald Stick said my audio cut out.
Uh, but I'm on StreamYard, so I don't know if I
Okay.
can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the YouTube. Yeah. I'm looking at the YouTube studio. I see everything still working pretty good. Broski says one, Earl says one, Frankie said one. Okay. All right, cool, cool. But yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, Will. I don't know, but will you finish? Seemed like I started talking, then I don't know if you were
Yep.
finished.
Yeah, yeah, I was finished. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
All right. So with that, we talked about um he knows the offense, but do you think he knows how to call it? And
See, mm,
does him having knowledge of the offense kind of give him a leg up, like he's not learning something that's foreign or new and trying to implement that, you know, in a matter of months. This is a system that he has known since he's been in the league pretty much.
so he's been running this offensive system for a minimum of 4 years.
Okay.
So, well, 3 years in a minimum. The two in Charlotte and the one in Tampa. Probably was a derivative of the offense um when they left from Seattle. So I'm saying at a minimum of 3 years he's been running that same offense. So I don't think that it's not only does it's not foreign to him, he has a mastery of it. So he's been the one that has been preparing for the installs, right?
Right.
Preparing the installs, preparing all of the not approving the sequencing, but helping Dave for the past 3 years organize and set up the sequencing of the plays against the team. So all of this is not new to him. I guess what it means is, and I'm gonna use the analogy. If you've been the executive officer of the battalion for 4 years, 3 years,
Right.
and the battalion commander says, "Okay, you are now going to run the show. There's no, you know where all the bodies buried, you know where the logistics is, you know who to talk to in the two shop to get something done. You know everything. You're just not the decider. So now it's time for him to can he make the right decisions? However, it's not like Dave Canales is gone. Dave Canales is there. Dave Canales has just moved up to the brigade. Not he's there to give him direction. The other thing
Right.
is having and I keep forgetting the guy's name. The the
Daryl
the,
Bevel.
the Bevel. Not yeah, Daryl Bevel. Having Bevel there to be able to help him prepare for the next set of um plays and capable or the next set of games. So just like I was explaining, I don't know if this was on your channel or not. So when you look at somebody like Daryl Bevel not only is a senior mentor, but he's also a offensive sounding board. So let's say he's already preparing for Chicago. He's the one that getting everything prepared for Chicago to give Brad Idzik the ingredients and kind of tell him these are things that I would do to cook this correctly and have him go up and him and Dave go up and do that. While they're doing that, he is preparing for Atlanta and getting everything prepared for Atlanta. so Brad Idzik and those guys are able to get things done the right way. I said all of that to say that I think that he is set up for success, but it is to be determined if it will be successful because it is an unknown, if that makes any sense. It is still an unknown, but he has all the tools. He has the background, he has all of the tools um to be successful. Can you hear me, Tony?
Oh, my bad. I forgot I had the mic on. I mean, had it
Oh,
muted. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Frankie C23. He became a YouTube member. I just saw that on my studio. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for subscribing. Um, you have definitely been here each and every morning, so I'm glad that you're enjoying the content enough to want to be a subscriber. And welcome to the Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk family. And shout out to my guy Driver with a $2 super chat. He said, "What it do? Great show. Hey, what it do, Driver? What's happening with you, man? What's the weather like where you located, dog? Glad that you tapped in. Um, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Or hit that like button on your way in. Also subscribe and turn that post notification bell, select all so that you are made aware whenever I go live. We are streaming to the Carolina Armchair GM CJ channel as well, and we are on the Carolina Armchair GM network. So I greatly appreciate that. If you are enjoying the conversation, enjoying the vibe, enjoying the debate per se, uh show a little love, man. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna put the QR code here in the top right corner. So if you can scan that QR code and show a little love to the channel. My little daily goal is $25. Not trying to be greedy or ask for anything, but just little $25. I would greatly appreciate you guys. So I did have a poll as well, and if you guys would select one, two, three, or four, the question is, what must Brad Idzik prove first? Is it rhythm, sequencing, adjustments, or situational command? So yeah, you press one, two, three, or four in the comments, and it will automatically generate in the poll. No, the poll wasn't working for whatever reason yesterday, so I didn't really run them. But it looks like it's running today. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there for a few minutes, if you guys will, and I'm also going to uh repost the link to my PayPal in case you guys don't have it and you feel in your heart to give a gift to the show. I would definitely appreciate that, man. I'm here each and every morning to try to give you guys good content to get your day started. That's my goal. That's my mission. All right. So I would greatly appreciate that. Uh what else? Okay. So Will, how do you envision Brad Idzik connection or being connected to the offense? Would he, do you think it would be through his play calling or his relationship with the players, or because he's a former player himself in college, like what is that connected tissue that you think he should have coming to his first year as a play caller?
Are you saying connective tissue with players on the team? Just like connective tissue with all of it?
Well, what? well, mainly with the offense, since he is the offensive play caller, and him already having that relationship with Bryce, but there's new little pieces that's coming in. Not everybody,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
how important is it for him to have that connection um with the players that he's going to be calling plays for?
Oh, that the relationship is always paramount because with good relationships come trust. So he has to be able to trust that, I just throw a name out there. He has to be able to trust that if he is going to be calling that this game is going to require um, the game that we're playing is going to require to stress the linebackers, the inside linebackers. He has to be able to trust that Tommy Tremble's going to be able to make the plays that he needs, whether that is running the linebacker off, whether that is um, being able to get the center to get up to the second level for the blocks, to be able to um, have catch the ball out of the backfield, Chuba or Brooks to catch the ball out of the backfield. All that stuff comes with, can I trust you to do this because this is the plan? So
Right,
that that connection, I think, is already kind of established because he's been there. It's not like he's just showing up. The only difference that he's doing now is he's the one that will be calling the play down the distance, listening to headphone, talking to the spotters, understanding what scheme, what plays that packages that they've changed on the defense, those types of things. Um,
right.
so I think that the connection to those players are there. I think that in training camp, not only does he have to have connections with those players, he has to effectively evaluate what is going to work. So he has a lot of work to do here because you got to think we have a revamped running back room. Um, we're consistently evaluating this tight end room. Um, wide receiver one and wide receiver two is solidified. But after that, how does XL look? How does Brazil look? What does all of this mean?
Right,
What does the bottom of that wide receiver roster look like? Right? For example,
right.
if the ball hits you in your hand, you got to catch it.
That's
You-
facts.
So,
That's
so
the rule.
that's the rule. So there are just certain, all of that stuff. I think this training camp is going to be big for us because of the success that we had by making it to the playoffs, regardless of how we got there and how we played in the playoffs.
Right.
This is a big year for us. That doesn't
It
mean that
is.
that doesn't mean that all the weight is on Isaac, but getting this right is going to be important because I think we have a lot of the key ingredients that we need as in talent on offense.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Poppin for the $1.199 super chat. He said, "Help Pastor Trenches reach his goal. Keep pounding." Hey, appreciate that, my guy. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 199 super chat. And I know you already are subscribed, so I'm not gonna say that to you. But I don't know if you hit that like button, so make sure you hit that like button. All right. And Frankie said the tight end room will be huge. This will be his huge challenge. All right.
Hmm.
What you think about that what you think about that comment by Frankie? Will the tight end room will be his huge challenge?
Yeah, I think so. I know. Okay, I was a big Kenyon Sadiq fan. That's who I wanted in the draft. Nobody else wanted
Oh
him, but
Lord,
I
here we
wanted him.
go.
I just,
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here he go.
hey,
Tip drill wheel.
hey, I wanted Kenyon Sadiq. We didn't get him. I got it. But but what I do think is that, um, if, if we go into training camp, but what we're going into training camp, what are we going into? When we come out of training
Right.
camp with the same set of, tight ends, I don't know, because there are a lot of tight ends that probably will be available for price. So
Mm,
I don't know if Dan Morgan and feel that will be necessary, because you still got to look at all the other positions that they have to pay. So, um, can't fix everything in one season, right?
right.
However, I think that tight end talent has been a huge miss for us. Tight end, I think we're at the bottom quarter of the league in tight end productivity over the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but yeah. Yeah, close.
So with that being said, um, you can't, so you can't say, and this will be always a common thing, it's Bryce Young's fault. It's not. Okay. It's a talent void there.
Hey, Eternal said you was talking about Sadiq so much that they were happy on live when we didn't get him.
Yeah, I know, man. That's terrible, man. Hey, boy, watch my
Hey,
heart break. They watch my heart break in
I
real
can't
time.
I can't even lie, bro. I would have been right there with them, dog. I did not want to see that. I would
Hey,
have been I would have been right there with them.
hey, when the Jets took him, everybody was like, "Phew, now he can shut up. Now he can shut up."
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Frankie said Don Shula always said if the ball hits a receiver hands, it should be caught. That's facts.
right,
That's facts.
right.
Let's see.
But
Broski said that's a true
mm,
story. Eternal players needs to make the plays. Yeah, that's what he was saying up here. Eternal said play execution is important. A lot of people like to blame coaches or coordinators around here for trash play. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it goes hand in hand. But I do believe majority has has to go to the players in the execution because they are the ones that execute the calls. For me, speaking for myself, it was just obvious plays that were called at the wrong time, and there was never really no consistency to the play calling, sticking with what you say your brand identity is as far as the run game. There were there were plenty times in games where we got away from the run game just because it wasn't hitting like you wanted to after the first 5 to 7 carries after the first 2 series, and then we abandoned the run game, and we weren't even behind or anything of that nature. So, I look back to when we played the 49ers and we held Christian McCaffrey, I think to like 60 yards, something like that. He ran 24 times, but they continued to give him the ball no matter how many yards he got
hmm
because that was establishing their identity, and it allowed them to establish their whole call sheet. Whatever their call sheet was going into that week, they stuck to it. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, it was beneficial for them. You know, so yeah, that's what it means. When I look at it. So yeah, you're right. It's majority of it is the players, but when you feel like the play calling isn't right or the rhythm isn't right, that starts with the head coach. That starts with the coordinators. All right, because think about how many times we said that we lost the game on defense because we didn't have the defense wasn't in what we felt like was the right position, or or the right scheme, and
Right.
how many times
Right.
we blamed Ivero for that. We wasn't looking at the execution of the defense. We could just plainly see 3rd and 8, and your corners are playing damn near 15 yards off the ball. I think that was more the play call than the execution. So it can go both ways, but I do believe that majority um is on the execution. What you think, Will?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then, to point out that, San Francisco game, well, to point out our game against San Francisco, I don't think that our offense, and I know this is kind of, but this ties to Brad Idzik. Our game plan against San Francisco, our offensive game plan sucked. I don't know what that was.
Right.
I have no idea what that was.
What's
They
up,
didn't run the
Desi?
ball. They didn't burn the ball effectively, anything. He can't have games like that. Hopefully Bevel will help them fix that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree with you. So I have one more question on this, and then we can move on to the next topic. All right.
Mhm.
And that is about the call sheet. Brad Idzik and his call sheet. Do you believe that his play calling style has to help Bryce and not put everything on him? Does it need to be quarterback friendly and kind of give him easy reads, easy throws, especially in the first, within the first 10 to 10 to 15 plays of the game, and it can possibly help him get into a rhythm.
I don't think that should be every offensive coordinator's.
Hold on, Will. Hold on 1 second. Eternal, no, I didn't get the videos. You sent those to CJ on his channel. You didn't send them to me on my channel. Um, Again, mine is Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. So, um, if you're not following or tapped in this morning through my channel, I'm not going to get it. But CJ did tell me that you sent it to him, and I asked them to send it to my Twitter, but I haven't received it yet. Okay, yeah, you may click the main picture on this live, but like I said, Eternal, I'm streaming to my channel and CJ channel. So whichever one you clicked on, obviously you clicked on CJ channel, it went to CJ. That's all. This live is being streamed to my channel and his channel. So yeah, all right. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And no problem. Um, but what I was saying is every, every offensive coordinator should give not only the quarterback, um, easy, easy reads and rhythms, but the offensive line where the center is calling checks and protections, um,
Right,
giving the running back easy 2 to 4 yard gains, creating lanes, those types of things to get the offense into rhythm. That should be every offensive coordinator plan going in on his set first 15 sequencing of plays. Of course, your enemy gets a vote. However, um, but that should be the plan going in regardless of
right,
quarterback or regardless of team.
right.
So yes, yes.
Yeah. I think that's important. And I think Brad Idzik, by him having by him knowing the offense, by him have an established relationship with Bryce, he has seen what has worked, what hasn't worked, what needs improvement, things that we need to get better at. And my thought, my prayer is that he is um he has thought about all of that, and is building his call sheet, his play calling around that. You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to what we were just talking about, Will. We were talking about the rhythm, creating a rhythm from play one, getting your quarterback easy reads, easy throws, um, helping him establish himself immediately into the game, you know.
Hmm.
So I definitely agree with that, and I definitely hope that that's something that Brad is implementing, and it will make things um more of a rhythm and make things easy, and take some pressure off of them. I don't really know if there was much pressure on his shoulders to begin with, but I think there's definitely a lot of pressure on him this year, whether he says it or not. There's a lot riding on this year when it comes to Bryce Young, and definitely Brad Idzik, by this being his first time, by him being a first time play caller. Okay. Hey,
Hmm.
appreciate that, broski, for putting the handle out there for me. And Eternal say he got it. Okay. And D Cash said, yeah, he and CJ chat. All right. What's up, D Cash? Top of the morning to you, man. Thank you for tapping in as well. All right. So we're gonna go on. We're gonna move on to we're gonna transition into the second topic. Let me throw the question up there real quick. What the second, not the question, but what the topic is of for what the next topic is. Damn, got tongue tied. So now let's get even tighter. If we are going to judge Brad Idzik fairly, we need proof points, not feelings, not fan panic, not blind trust. We need football evidence. All right. So again, the topic number 2 is the 5 proof points for Brad Idzik. And here are the facts. Brad Idzik play calling cannot be judged by total yards alone. Total yards can lie, can deceive you. All right. You can move the ball between the 20s and still fail when it matters. You can hit one explosive play and still have a bad offensive day. You can look good early and disappear once the defense adjusts. So we need better ways to judge the call sheet. So the context is a good play caller helps the offense stay ahead of the sticks. He does not leave the quarterback living in third and long all game. He does not abandon the run. Let me say that again. Oh, I just had a church moment. You know, on Oprah, how that light bulb goes off, and she had that bulb. Yeah, I should have put this down in bold italic. He does not abandon the run when it is working. Can I get an amen? He does
Amen.
not let the red zone get predictable. He does not call plays like the defense is standing still. The job is to give the offense answers. So I put together a little slide here, and these are the 5 proof points that I believe that Brad Idzik needs uh
Hmm.
in order to succeed. So for the first poll, 71% says sequencing. Um,
Hmm.
Situational command and rhythm were tied at 14% each.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
adjustments got nada. So let me take that off the screen there and get rid of that. let me take this QR code down just for 1 second so we can see that. And I will remove the banner. All right. So okay, well you still there. So I'm just making it big enough so everybody can see.
Hmm.
So the first of the 5 proof points is early down efficiency. Can the Panthers avoid wasting first and second down? If Carolina is constantly in third and long, the call sheet gets small fast. What you think about that, Will? What you think about
But
that
the
first
Panthers
proof
avoid,
point?
yeah, can't waste first or second down because
Yeah.
we've had several third and longs. So yes, we have an efficient enough running game to get to third and manageable no matter what. We're paying for that guard play. We're paying premium dollar for guard play. Let's use it. We, Ricky won't be playing this year, or he won't be playing most of the year. Icky was best in the run game, right? So
Fact.
running running the ball and establishing a second and place. If you run a first down play and you get good yardage, and which opens up the playbook to either a pass or a run on second down. You're not wasting second down. And third down is still manageable, even if you don't, is staying ahead of the sticks. So that is early down efficiency is the key to keeping an offensive engine running and staying on the field. So
You're
yes,
exactly
I
right.
agree.
I 1,000% agree with you. You have to win the early downs. You have to win on first and second downs. You want to be in third and two, third and three, maybe even third and four. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in third and manageable, as they call it. So that first and second down, that is definite. That definitely helps create a rhythm. It helps
Hmm.
you create a identity, and it allows you to have um it allows for the playbook to still be wide open and available to you when you in third and short, third and two, third and three, maybe even third and four. There's a lot more
Hmm.
you can do with the call sheet because you're technically ahead of the sticks, right? So yeah, early down efficiency is definitely a plus. So number two is third down answers. Can is it create calls that fit Bryce Young's strengths when the defense knows passing is likely? What say you, Will?
Okay.
Do you think he
Um,
can create those type of calls?
I don't know because last year I did not, I didn't think that they did well enough.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been like, of course, like if you're in the stadium, it's hard to judge because there's no replays the way you see them on TV and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
really?
sometimes like they'll show a replay, but there's no like, how the telestrator goes in there. He got, well, this guy was open and da da da, and you don't get all of that.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah.
only thing I get is, Luke Kuechly and Jake Delhomme because I have my earpiece in. But they need this is where there's some improvement that needs to happen here. So I'm looking for him to do better. I do not know if he's going to have the third down answers. Hopefully that, and this is just me, hopefully that was on the play call sheet was Dave Canales making those play calls Maybe Brad Idzik does better at that. And then also maybe the answers with having a seasoned veteran like Bevel assisting
Mm-hmm.
the answers will be more clear because you have a more complete team of people focusing in on those particular game calling capabilities. Third down answers.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Hey, shout out to NH Official 7 for the 199 super chat. Hey, I greatly appreciate you, my
That's
guy.
in
Thank you for
euros.
that's who?
That's in euros.
Oh, that is in euros, isn't it? 199 in euros. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even know. I didn't even realize that.
Where
Okay,
you where, where
appreciate
you where
that.
you where you where you listening
He's in the
from?
UK, probably in the
Yeah.
UK somewhere, probably.
That's pound. That's a
Yeah.
pound. That's a pound, not euro pound. Is that pounds, right? Yeah.
I don't see now you got me questioning what I thought I knew.
Great.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Listen, I know it ain't American. So where you
Yeah.
where you, where you located at NH official? Oh, he said UK. He said the UK. All
Okay.
right, that's what I thought. Yeah,
That's
UK.
what's up.
Okay, appreciate that 199 super chat, my guy. Thank you for tapping into the morning kickoff with unbiased opinion. If you haven't subscribed to unbiased opinion sports talk, do that. I will drop a link in the chat for that. And also this is also streamed to the Carolina Armchair GM CJ his channel as well. So you probably are connected to his channel right now. But I will drop that link in the chat, and I will greatly appreciate it if you was to subscribe to my channel as well. So there's the link right there. Appreciate that. But getting back to the third down answers, yeah, like you said, Will, and I agree. We don't know. Like, I mean, we really honestly and truly don't know what to expect from Brad Idzik. Um what we would like to see. I think that's what a lot of us are at right now. What we are hoping to see from him, that he's able to create the calls that fit Bryce's strength. Like you say, even when the defense knows passing is likely, and I think we saw a little bit of it last year, in certain games, especially that Atlanta game, where he
Hmm.
was just throwing the ball over the field, and Atlanta didn't have, no answers to it.
Oh, it felt
Answers
so
for
good
it.
too.
Yeah, yeah, it really
Oh, it
did.
felt so good.
So,
I was in
you
that
know.
stadium too, so that just brings back such fond memories. Uh,
Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, I going back to number one, the early down efficiency, when you can, keep us ahead of the sticks when we are facing third downs, like Broski was saying earlier, 3rd and 3 is definitely better than 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9. So when you in those manageable down and distance, you can call things that you believe would make things look easier for Bryce, or even if it's a pass play, even if they know that it's coming. One thing I haven't seen teams be able to stop is when we go empty and we spread, a 4 receiver set or a 5 receiver set, and the defense is spread out very thin. See, you can't hide what you're running. You can't simulate any pressure. You can't
no,
mug, the gap, double mug or whatever. You can't do none of that, because you have to count
right,
for those 5 potential wide receivers that's on the field. You know what I'm saying? So that spreads you all the way out. That spreads you all the
right,
way out. You cannot hide. And when the picture is clear for him like that, I've seen him complete passes time after time after time after time again. So that's definitely in his wheelhouse. He's definitely in his element, in my opinion, when we do go empty like that. And I think the defenses have a hard time stopping us in those cases. Well, no, I feel like I'm damn
Yeah,
burping every time I talk. Go ahead, Will.
yeah, yes. So, um, will we, as our personnel,
Uh-huh.
more inducive of doing a four wide, right? E- e- are we
Mhm.
better set up to do more four wides? Because if anything else, and what I'm hoping to learn in Patreon today, y'all should join the Patreon because I'm looking forward to this film breakdown today. But what I'm hoping to learn is people have been saying that Jonathan Brooks is great at catching the ball out of the backfield and getting into space. Okay, so can you put Jonathan Brooks on the line of scrimmage as a receiver like they did for, I know Christian McCaffrey is the gold standard, so I'm not saying he's like Christian McCaffrey, but the way that you could take a defensive, I mean, a running back and put him in the slot, can you do that? Is that feasible? How does that look? So those are the things that I'm hoping to learn as we do the film review coming up. So do we have the personnel
Right.
to more effectively do that this season with Chris Brazzell and hopefully with uh with Excel showing improvement? Will we have the ability to do that? I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the film because I decided to wait until we all watch it together. I don't know if he ever lined up in the slot um as a as a running back. Um I do remember seeing him lined up in the backfield, offset behind between the guard and the tackle, and he runs like uh a quick out to the flat, something like that. But I don't know if he could do like what Christian McCaffrey did for us when he was here. Christian McCaffrey, you could line him up outside, inside the slot, the backfield. He can catch it from anywhere on the field.
You could line them
So
up as you could you could line Christian McCaffrey up as quarterback, and we've seen him do that.
yeah, we have. Yes,
I'm
we
not
have.
complaining, I'm just explaining. Man is special.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right. So number three is red zone clarity. Can the Panthers finish drives with touchdowns, not just movement, not just field goals? Before you answer that, Will, let me bring up my other brother, Tip Drill Will. We're gonna welcome in Tico. What's up, Tico?
Fellas, top of the morning to you guys. What's happening?
What's going on, my guy? What's going
Good
on?
morning.
Hey, did you get that information I sent you on Twitter?
Uh I don't think
Check your
so.
Twitter.
I ain't got my new my notifications on, but I know I tried to message you back and it said I needed to be verified or I needed to upgrade or something like that.
Yeah, well, I haven't got anything back. So if you haven't checked your Twitter, check your Twitter because I sent that information to you on Twitter.
Gotcha, tenfold.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Will, what you think about number three? Can the Panthers finish? Hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute. We got another newcomer to the stage. My man Poppin', what's happening?
What's up, man? What's up, man? Chilling,
What's
chilling.
good with you, man? I can't
Yeah,
call
good
it. I
morning.
can't call it.
What's up,
Good morning,
Papa?
everybody. What's going on, y'all?
What's the weather like where you at?
Oh, I'm in Charlotte, so it's about a
Oh,
good
okay. That's
69.
right.
But I was gonna ask you, what you know about Garinger, man? My mama went to Garinger, man. I grew up right around that
I went
area.
to Garage. I came out of Garage in 90.
So hold on, where you lived at?
when I went to Garinger, we was living off of Milton Road. I was living in Brittany Apartments.
Okay, yeah, because I'm from Hampshire Hills of Santa Park, the Plaza.
Okay, so yeah, Hampshire
Yeah.
Hills is my stomping ground.
Well, man,
Yeah,
we might be
I know.
related. Let me find out.
Nah.
Let me find
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, I know all about Brittany Apartment.
Milton
Yeah.
Road, the Plaza, Barrington Drive.
The Hup
Yeah,
in.
yep. The Help In.
What was the
My
name?
sister went to Cochran.
Yeah, Cochran. I used to
Yeah.
walk to Cochran every day, right there beside the
Mm-hmm.
Hup in. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
crazy how things
Yeah,
work.
we'll talk about that. We'll get on that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we're going over the 5 proof points that
Mm-hmm.
I feel that Brad Idzik needs for his play calling test and what Panther fans should watch. So right now we're talking about number 3, the red zone clarity. So can the Panthers finish drives with touchdowns, not just movement, not just field goals? And I first asked Will, and then Tico, you can go after Will. Go ahead, Will.
So for number 3, um, we cannot have. Of course, I'm going to bring up past trauma because it it kind of leads to why maybe Brad Idzik needs to be the play caller. We cannot be running no damn flea flicker in the red zone in the God blessed rain. We did that at Tampa. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked.
Mm,
So having red zone clarity is important. We seem to have and sometimes we seem to do well on it, right? Especially
yeah,
you know, when we seem to do well at times. I think that we do red zone. We have more red zone clarity than we had third down answers this last season. So I hope that we're gonna continue with that red zone clarity. Brad Isaac needs to be creative in that space, or he may just do what we do well. Maybe it is in the red zone. We know that we can do a short dig route, get open, get out of bounds, get closer, and we paying premium for guards, and we just put the ball on the ground, punch it in, get the points, kick the field goal, and and get prepared for the next set of the next series. I don't know what
right.
that answer looks like, but I'm hoping and all of it because like all we can do now is project because he's not been a play caller. So I'm only hoping that that is what we can see, and we're not going to be at training camp, so we're not going to see what that looks like. I might try to get down to the Jacksonville training camp. That gives me an excuse to get down to Florida and then also get down to Tampa to see my daughter. So I may end up going down there to see it. So if I could get in.
Okay. Frankie said he lived. I'm sorry, y'all. He lived at Pavilion Crossings. Now, back in the days, there was a Pavilion Crossing all the way out North Tryon, where Tryon turns into was that 49 going towards Concord, and Pavilion Crossings, when I lived there, was right across from the movie theater. The movie theater was on the right going up the hill, and Pavilion Crossings was on the left, if that's what you're talking about, Frankie. Yeah, I used to live there too. And actually my daughter used to live there as well. And DCash said he went to the same high school I went to, class of 2012. Okay, DCash. And Frankie says, "Stupid call." He said, "Yep, that was it." Yeah, yeah. We said Pavilion Crossing there. Yeah, I remember Pavilion Crossing real well. I remember when the Clear people lived out there. That's when I was out there. But now it's more melanated. Hey, Tico, tell me what you think about the red zone clarity, my guy.
Uh, I want. We don't really. The good thing is that, like Will was saying, Bryce kind of thrives in the red zone. I'm not sure if it's play calling or just as Bryce's ability to to manipulate the defense or whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is kind of going to kind of tie in hand to hand with the red zone. I want to go a um a little further back, like different coaches have different sayings and different call points as far as like we know it's always we always hear about the red zone, but
Right.
they also break it down into like when you cross the 50 and you're teetering on field goal range.
Right.
Feel like that was our main issue is actually getting to the red zone because um if you know about how my Achilles heel from last season was, we was always around the 40, in between field goal range, and we'd be in the 3rd and 5, right?
Right.
Everybody in the stadium watching TV in the booth, wherever they was overseas, knew that we was gonna run the ball on 3rd and 5 and then go for it on 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, depending on how many yards we got. And
Okay.
I think that kind of handicapped us for getting in the red zone as many times as we could have because teams knew what we were going to do. Everybody knew what we were going to do. And even Brent Tillis alluded to the fact that we can't live in those high pressure situations. And those high pressure situations has a high probability with a low probability rating as far as being able to survive, and you don't want to hang your hat on 4th downs. That came out
Right.
of Brent Tillis's mouth, speaking
Right.
directly to what I just said about running the ball on 3rd and short and then just hoping that you can get the first down on 4th and short. And goes back to what you were saying about how you don't want the second question about. I remember Ben Johnson saying he don't even want to get the 3rd down if it's possible.
Yeah.
Shoot, why even get the 3rd down if you can't?
Right. Exactly.
If you can,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, okay, we gonna just try to impose our will type shit and we gonna just try to get these little 2 yards. Even with Philly and the
Right.
tush push, they have variations of. They have passes off the tush push. They have tosses off the tush
Right.
push. They have options off the tush push. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
know, okay, we just can't line up and just, you know what I'm saying, and think this shit just because we gonna impose our will, that shit don't happen because defensive coordinators get paid too. So I said that to say I don't really have too many issues with the red zone as far as how it went last year. Obviously, it can get better. I want us to do a better job of getting to the red zone, and however that looks, in totality throughout the course of a game, will eventually improve the offense. But I'm
Mm.
sorry if I ain't answered the question how you wanted me to.
No, no, that's your answer. Yeah, you answer how you see fit. Yeah. Popping. Before you answer the question, my dear brother, I know you have uh something that you want to say. Go ahead, bro.
Oh. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I've started my YouTube channel, man. So yeah, you know what I mean? Coming from a Panther fan, talking to Panther fans. So I'm throwing it out there. Anybody who like to subscribe, I'm gonna be trying to do me a live this weekend.
Give us
The
your
name
channel.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody can see it, but the name of the channel is Put the Pause on them.
With the
Uh yeah, that's what I thought about when I thought about
if
the
you got a
team.
if you got a link, put it in the chat.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. And
Uh,
yeah, when I used to go, sit down and watch the game with, against other teams at the bar and stuff like that, I used to like, man, we're gonna put them paws on y'all. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of just went with me. I was like, man, that's the perfect name for me. as a YouTube channel.
Right.
And yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna go ahead and light this thing up. Uh and can't wait to see people, meet people, and all that other stuff. And man, hopefully the channel will grow. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a link.
Look, CJ already put it in there for you.
Oh, thank you, CJ. Hey,
So
CJ, I seen your channel
www.
was 1.99, and I went on my other channel and subscribed. I said I'm gonna make them 2,000. I'm making it 2K. But so I don't know if I made
Hold
a
up.
2K for you.
You done hit the CJ. You done hit the 2K. Let us know in the chat, man. Let us know in the chat. That was my goal. I was trying to get him to 2K before the end of the week, man.
Yeah,
Oh, he said
yeah.
no. He
So
said no, not yet. Okay, all right.
he said
He had
1997.
1997. So hey,
Ah,
listen, we are 3 subscribers away. I didn't mean to cut you off, popping, but I'll let you get right back to it. 3 subscribers away against CJ to 2K. So if you have not subscribed to his channel, the Armchair GM CJ, please do that now. We would greatly appreciate it. Trying to get him to 2K before the end of the week, which tomorrow is the deadline, and I hope that we can all do that. And let me read the money real quick, Pop, and then you can get back to it. Shout out to Matt Matal Lomax 535 for the $2 super chat. He said top of the morning, Marge. I don't know what that means.
I think he
With the
meant to say
laugh with the
Sarge.
crying emoji. Oh, Sarge. Okay. Yeah, top of the morning, Sarge. Top of the morning to you, my guy. Hey, thank you for that $2 super chat. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, do that. If you haven't subscribed to Armchair GM CJ, do that. And now you also can subscribe. Now I gotta go back up here and find the link. Find out to put them paws on them. So you go to youtube.com /@ put them paws on them. All right. So there's the spelling right there. So help Poppin get his subscriber count up real quick. We'll greatly appreciate that as well. Okay. So let's see. Go ahead, Poppin. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Oh yeah. Other than that, man, look, it's gonna be opinion based. We're gonna break down some things that we see. It's gonna be high energy. Uh, uh, Definitely gonna have some emotional intelligence. I'm gonna try to keep everything respectful. Um, we're gonna have fun. I don't want a stiff show. I want people to have fun. I want them to feel free.
Right.
But be respectful at the same time. Even myself is gonna be living by that rules as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to talk to
Okay.
you, but I ain't gonna sit here and try to talk down to you or nothing like that. We ain't gotta do all that. We Panther fans. And
Right.
I just want to have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have my opinions. We're gonna definitely bring stats and facts as well. I mean, you can't just be all delusional as Will say, but you do have to have some type of delusion. In my opinion, may not agree with anybody, but I might be able to just open, you know what I'm saying, a different
let
version of
me
what
let me
I
find out
see.
you talking to Will.
I am a
He-
fanatic. I am
he's
a
a fanatic,
fanatic.
and I can't wait to have Will come over there so he can talk some things with me as well because Will
Yeah.
definitely has a lot of things to say that I agree on, and we also bump heads about things, which is cool as a fan base.
Hey,
Hmm.
shout out to my boy Clay over at the Rockstar Report. He
Hey
said he just
Clay,
subscribed, popping. Hey,
appreciate it,
appreciate that,
Clay.
Clay. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, my good friend, Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to that channel as well.
My boy
Turn on the post
Clay, what's
notification
happening?
for both. Turn on the post
Hey,
notification for both, and select all. You know how to do it. I ain't telling you nothing new, but yeah, we would greatly appreciate you
hey,
subscribe
hey,
to both channels. I ain't talked to you in a while.
hey, Clay, give them hell on that damn NFC South roundtable, dog. You represent us well. We need you to keep punching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta hit him
yeah.
harder, Clay. You gotta put them paws on him, Clay. You gotta put them paws on him.
All right, Frankie said he just subbed.
Thank you,
King
Frankie.
James, shout out King James. What's
Thank
good
you,
to you,
King
my guy? Thank
James.
you for tapping in. He said he just subbed. CJ with his BS. Thank you, Low Tone Tony. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank
Broski
both of y'all. Thank you, CJ and Tony,
Broski
man,
says,
for real.
smash the like, subscribe, and share. Support Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. That's what I'm talking about, Broski. Holla at your people. Holla at them for me. Who is SC messing with? He said, Curtis Jr., do you have on meta glasses on your profile in your profile? Let's see. Yeah. Broski said, support Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk and support Carolina's Armchair GM CJ. That's a fact. We appreciate that. Broski said, good morning, Clay. Yes, there's a Patreon link. Let me get that for you. Real quick. Yes, sir. There's definitely a Patreon link. And yes, we're going to I'm going to go live over there at Patreon about 10:30 Eastern time, you guys time. So that's when will be available, since he did suggest the videos that we're going to watch today on Jonathan Brooks. He'll be available at 10:30, so we'll be available at 10:30. We're not going to get the party started without him. All right. So yes, but in order to see it, you have to be subscribed to the Patreon community, and you have to at least be subscribed. Join the Film Access or the Debate Table VIP. Those are the top two tiers that will have access to the film breakdown. So there's a link. I just put it in the chat, and I would greatly appreciate it if you join. Clay said he is subscribed to both. I appreciate that, Clay. And Gerald Stick said he just subbed too, Poppy. So
I
see, you getting
appreciate it,
people
Sticks.
already, my guy.
Thank you, Sticks.
Top of the
Appreciate
morning
it.
to you, Sticks. If I ain't said it earlier, I know I saw you in here, but yeah, appreciate you being here, my guy. And I think CJ put the link for the Patreon as well. I know I put it in through YouTube, not StreamYard, but yeah, the link
Yeah, I'm
is
definitely
is
gonna get in
in
that
both.
Patreon myself. I just, I've
Okay,
been working. I'm gonna get in there though.
all right. Um, so did we get everybody takes on the third proof point? Proof point.
Poppy still gotta go.
Oh, go ahead, Poppy. Yeah, before yeah,
Browns,
that's right.
red zone clarity. Get the Panthers
Yeah,
to finish. So I have to agree with all of y'all and y'all points. We did seem a little stagnant at times when it comes to third down.
right.
T Cole definitely hit the nail on the coffin with that. Uh, it was a lot of like, "What are you doing?" And then it was a lot of like, "That's predictable." I think what happens is when it comes to us with red zone, and I think this has been a very major focus, um, is that analytics have played such a big part in the NFL now. Is that I think it also kind of takes away from coaches' creativity, because if they doing the stats and
Mm,
saying, you know what, the analytics say at 3rd and 5 you should be running the ball because the rate of you winning is more probable than not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so it's
Yeah.
like, but the
yeah,
coaching is like, but that's not really what I want to do. But he's not writing the checks. And you seen when we watch, and if you thought, just go back with me for a second. We just all watched the blueprint, right? And y'all seen the
mhm,
analytic guy in there, right? He had a lot of suggestions. He was doing all types of
yeah,
stuff. He was doing mock drafts. He was talking about the players' profiles. He was doing a lot. If you don't think that man is not also doing play scheming as well, as far as like what's the probability of you winning if you do this on this down,
Mm.
you sadly mistaken.
On
So I think
a
that
former PFF exec.
yes. So and he's a his guy is I mean not it's not Brad Idzik. It's Tillis. He's a
I don't
Tillis
even
guy.
know. I don't even know his name.
I forgot his name. It's on the tip of
I
my tongue, but the guys from PFF that show talk about him all the time. Cause he that's
Yeah,
his homeboy. That's his homeboy he used to work with.
Right. So
Yeah, go ahead.
so once you bring somebody like that, it almost takes away the organic way of how a coach would call a football game. So that's so yes, I agree with T Cole. Um, but yeah, they're gonna have to. It has to be a balance. Um,
Eric
I,
Eager. You know
Eric
his name,
Eager.
Eric
Yeah.
there you
Eager.
go.
Yeah,
Eric Eager. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, Pop. Go ahead, Pop.
So red zone. I think Bryce actually does good in the red zone. You know, most quarterbacks struggle in shorter yardages. Um, I think he somehow sees it better, and then I think he knows that I can be a threat using my legs. I don't have to cover 20 yards. I only got to get 7. I only got to get 10. And with his legs alone, he can pick up 7 yards if they get undisciplined with the defense. So, but it does need to be more efficient.
Let me before we move on to number 4, man. And Tico can back me up on this. Let me go back some. Back in back when we were playing football in high school, cause I know I'm older than Tico, but not by that much. When we were playing back then, there was no such thing as analytics. The coaches went by the feel of the game. They pretty much knew if the run game was successful on first, second, or third down, or if we were moving the ball against the defense. That's how they dictate what we're going to do in the third and fourth quarters. They ain't have nobody on the sideline with no analytics and data talking about, well, yeah, the analytics say we should go for it on fourth and six. Sis who?
He got a whole
When?
laptop on his hip.
Yeah,
Who do that?
yeah, and when you put in the context and the variables of it,
Yeah.
you
Like,
have to implement you have to implement
talk to him, Tico. Talk to him.
art of war. Know yourself, know your opponent.
Thank you.
So the
Thank you.
matchups within those analytics definitely matters. So if you have uh let's say who the DJ, if you got Jalen Carter and the other guy that beside him, Smith, I think his name's Smith, the big guy,
Mhm.
and it's 4th and 2, and the analytics say run it
Oh, you talking
up
about
and
Davis? Talking about Big
Davis,
Davis?
yeah, and the
Yeah.
analytics say run it on 4th and 2, but they've been kicking your guard's ass the whole game.
That ain't gonna work for you.
Right.
So I gotta step in here as the resident nerd. Since
Oh, here
everybody
we
got the
go.
Snickers.
Yeah. Come on,
I
Will.
used to be an athlete as well. And as the
Mhm.
resident nerd on the panel, let me explain to you what
Mhm.
they mean by analytics.
Mhm.
In-game analytics are being done in-game for analytics. They're not going back on historical data. They
Exactly.
are
That's right.
they
Yep.
are actually looking at in-game analytics. They're saying, look, the probability of getting this fourth down running in this gap based off of what has been happening in this game, the probability is X.
And I know that. I know that, Will.
And
'Cause
and all I
you
got to
been
say, all I got to say is, welcome to our side of the fence. The nerds are here. We're going to be proud and loud about it. And this is what's going to, hey,
so
Tony, let it happen.
no,
Welcome.
I'm not gonna let it happen,
Yeah,
Will.
yeah, me neither.
Damn it, I refuse to. Cause
Yeah.
listen, I've been dealing and working with numbers all my life. Even to
You
this day.
absolutely have.
I understand
Yep.
about the collection of data, the information, how it comes up with the probabilities and
Hmm.
the statistics and all that. But when I'm just talking about football, when I'm just talking about football, I don't think there is a better feel for the human. I don't think you can replace
The human
the
element.
feel that the human element gives you, um, as opposed to what someone is
Hmm.
telling them
Hmm.
about information that they're input into computer, and that computer spits out a
I
percentage,
agree.
multi-million,
you
multi-million
know, yeah,
Okay.
scenarios,
So we
yeah.
30,
agree.
So
We
32
agree on that.
seconds.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
so
yeah, so
so what when somebody get you know the deal, Tony. Not to delve too much into the details of, but
yeah,
hey, the probability or likelihood of this happening is X. Now you take that into account for the feel of the game to figure out what you want to do.
Exactly. Use
Right,
all your
right,
knowledge,
right.
mhm,
not just the analytics.
yeah, right.
Not just
So
analytics,
And
not just your gut, and not
Right.
can
just
I
your
right.
analytics.
throw something out there? So
Go
so
ahead, Papa.
for instance, it's 3rd and 5, right? T Cole is the quarterback. And T Cole sees something. He's like, you know what? Now the analytics told him to run the ball. And I'm the running back. I come up to T Cole's like, hey, I see this right here. T Cole calls the timeout. Timeout. We go over to the sideline. We tell the coach, you didn't need a computer or a guy to sit here and type in so many different variables to da 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 to sit here and say, well, this is what we seeing. But if they see something like when you're on the field, and like y'all said, it's totally different than getting somebody who's sitting on who's punching all these numbers saying, well, this is the variables that your percentage of winning.
Yeah, that makes
Literally,
sense.
we heard you what's his name? Dang, was the running back. All of a sudden he just ran across. He just left my mind. Um,
That'll.
yeah, Datto, right? He goes and say, "Hey, coach, run this play. We're gonna win if we run this play." And it was like, "All right, we're gonna call it a few minutes. A couple plays later, you better win the down." And he did.
Right,
There was no computer that sat there and tell him that. What I'm saying is, with the human element and what you're seeing and the instincts of learning and knowing the game, there ain't no analytics that could really take that away. It is analytics is good, but like I said, you're really losing the organic of and feel of what you see, how to react, and the brain smart of the athlete to make the adjustments.
Yeah, I think the best
and that.
analytics you can
Go ahead,
use.
Tito.
I think the best analytics you can use is the 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 um the scouting report. The
Yes,
scouting reports
I
Yeah,
agree.
has the scouting
it's a bit
report
more
has
detailed.
exactly against the team you're going against, not the
Right,
whole league's analytics. You
right,
see what I'm saying? That's the main thing. Like with any experience, with any experiment, or anything that has to do with probability or numbers. That's why I said the word variables. Because anybody
right,
that's in math knows that there are variables. There's what else? But what the numbers don't show you in the variables that I'm speaking about, and the context is the athletes themselves and the matchups against the analytics. Like I was just
right,
saying
right,
earlier about,
right,
inferior guards against, superior D tackles. I don't give a fuck what the analytics say. You ain't been running getting it all night. So um I think I like what Poppin said, because even with the analytics, you might come to the line of scrimmage.
appreciate your own.
You might come to the line of scrimmage with a play in mind, and then like Poppy said, the quarterback don't like it. He check out. What would the analytics say?
Yeah,
It's a guy standing right in this gap, and the play that was called on the headset is dead if I run this play.
right.
So that's why
But you know what?
the human element definitely has to take over, and common sense, bro.
They
I
both can
think
coexist.
Yeah, it's right,
I
right,
I
right.
I I think when analytics, I think one of the reasons why analytics gets a bad rap, because I don't know if a lot of people remember, probably maybe 10, probably not even that, 10, 15 years ago. I'm gonna say about 10, 15 years ago, when it really became known in the NFL that now analytics were involved. I think you have some people, and I'm gonna use Matt Rule as an example. First, well, before I get to Matt Rule, analytics was really brought into the NFL as a way of understanding the game for the owners, because they come from a background where they work and live off numbers. Hedge funds managers coming from banking, you know, CEO, creator of these Fortune 500 companies, they understand numbers. So analytics kind of worked its way into the NFL, and now it has like taken off and became a thing. Then you see the sportscasters on ESPN and stuff like that. People that you probably would have never seen, but because they can talk analytics and data and stuff like that, now that has created a space for them to get involved. Where I think the mix up a lot of time happen is they rely too much on analytics. They don't look at it or treat analytics for what it's worth, for what it is. It's just another source of information, not nothing that you should hang your hat on. Going back to what we were just talking about, the play calling. Yeah, Eric, whatever his name is, can come to the coach and say, yeah, on fourth and down, the analytics say we should go for it. That don't mean you got to go for it. And I think that was one of Matt Rule's downfall. He relied too much on the analytics. Analytics is just another tool, just another source of information for you to look at and add to the other bit of information that you have. But I still think the final decision should come down to the feel of the game, and that is on the responsibility of the head coach. Go ahead, Tico.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to keep getting back to the numbers and the mathematics of it. It's like when it comes down to it, and you're calling plays, the analytics. Damn, I just lost my chain of thought. But the analytics and the human element is almost like you said, it can't be the end all be all. And why would you want to broaden the spectrum when you can narrow it down and come closer to what the real number is off of the scouting report? Now, when you're
Right,
talking about all 32 teams over, and some analytics are over the course of years, like, you know what I'm saying? Not all of them are not in game at that time. Some of them are compiled from through the seasons. But your scouting report tells you what this team does, what this team is good at, the numbers that this team, the probability of this team and what they run on first and second down, what they run out of trips, what they run out of spread, what they run on, the percentage of what they run on second and seven, second and long, second and short. Like that scouting report breaks it down to the motherfucker. I'm talking about it analyzes, circumcise, break it down.
right.
So I would rather hone in more to the actual scouting report of the team that I'm about to play versus it being all 31 teams. So I
Yeah,
feel like, and
I feel
that may
you.
be what they're doing as well. They may be compiling, the macro data with the micro, and breaking it down and coming to, we never know. But that would be
Right,
the smartest way to do it, is to break it
right,
down to the team that you're playing and their tendency.
right. Hey, before we move on to number 4, hey, if you are enjoying the content this morning, the conversation, the debate, enjoying the vibe, hey, please show love to the PayPal, or you can send a what's the thing that they got? What you I forgot just that damn quick. Um Super chat. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You can send a super chat, or the link is pinned at the bottom or the top. I don't know which one it is. For the PayPal link, show love. The goal for the day is just $25. So it helped me reach that goal. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. We are hour and 45 minutes in. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to not only Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, but also Carolina Armchair GM CJ, and also to Poppin's new channel, putting the pause on them. Or did I say that right, Poppin?
You did, put a little more aggression behind it. But yeah, you said it right.
Yeah.
But smooth operator don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You
That's
know,
It's
Pause on them.
clear eyes. Get the red out.
yeah. He got that. He had that morning
Blue
radio
Velvet don't do
voice.
that.
Hey, y'all can go to hell. That's what y'all can do.
Goddamn Donnie Simpson on this track.
Tony, what was that guy
That's a throwback.
on the radio
They
back
don't
in the
know about
day?
Donnie Simpson. Say what, Poppy?
Who was that guy back in the day that used to do he used to do what was the Quiet Storm? His name was Tony too.
Oh,
The
in Charlotte. You
late
talking
night
about,
In
Jones.
Charlotte. Yeah.
yeah, 90, what was it,
It was
97.9?
97.9. Tone X. Yeah, that
Tone
was his
X. Yeah.
name.
Tone
Yeah,
X.
not
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out
yeah.
Tone X, man. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what y'all got the same
Popping
vibe with
RQ to say, what's up, Tony? All right. What's up, Charlie? Thank you for tapping in. Charlie also said less than a month out from the Hall of Fame game. Big facts. Big facts. So let's run through the run number 4 is the run pass sequencing. Can the run game and pass game work together instead of feeling like two separate offenses? And I'm gonna start with you, T Cole, because you know more about the sequencing of plays and things of that nature. But how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that when we're talking about Brad Idzik and what his play calling will look like? And is it important for him to get the sequencing down pat?
I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible.
Yes, sir.
Goes back to what I was saying about the scouting report. Get all the analytics and all of the information you can from the scouting report, from the film. Scouting report plus film, and you have your you sit down with your scouting report while you're watching film to confirm the scouting report.
See,
You know
y'all
what I'm
got
saying?
Esther started.
Yeah. I'm in my bag now, boy. So when you sitting down at the house and you pop that film in and you pulling up
Yeah,
and you see, okay, it's second down and 7. You go to your sheet. Okay, see what they ran on second down and 7. Click play. See the formation. Boom. Pause it again. Go to the formations. See what plays it ran out of that formation. Hit play again. Boom. What play did they ran? Boom. Okay, it's on your scouting report. What's the percentage? High? Is
right,
it high on the list? Second, is it low on the list? If it's anything over 75%, we writing it down. We taking a picture of it. You see what I'm saying?
right.
That's just a little backstory. But if Idzik is in his bag with the game plan, the scouting report, and he structures his game plan around the scouting report, then the ratio really don't matter. You got to get, because you don't know what their game plan is going to be. So in the simplest terms, you're going to take what the fuck they give you. You're going to take what they give you. You're going to take what you see.
Right,
Period. Point blank.
right,
It ain't no
right.
magic trick. I mean, you might have to, dial up something here and there, but for the most part, it's going to be in-game adjustments because the first 15 or 15 going to be, scripted. And then after that, now it's me versus you chess match. What is he doing? What you seeing out there, Derek Brown? What you see, Bryce? What you see, Bevel? What's going on, Cooley? Pete Hansen? What's happening to the guys? What can we do? How can we combat this? So
Right.
you don't look at it as if we might be 50-50 one week, it might be 60-40 another week, it might be 30-70 another week. Man, just execute.
Based on who you playing. Yeah, I
Execute.
got you.
That's mine.
What you got, Poppy?
I gotta hop off too, big dog.
All right.
Yeah, I'll check
All right,
back
And
in
we
if y'all
going
still on.
we gonna be on Patreon come 10:30
All right,
Eastern
bet.
time. All right.
All right, I appreciate y'all guys. Y'all hold it down, man.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. We'll
All right.
holler at you.
Hey,
All right.
Um, I think by now, after if you ever got any siblings or cousins, you got your older cousin, your older siblings. You actually watch what they did, and you like, okay, you learn. Don't do that because you about to get you a spanking. I think
Right.
that if anything, since Brad Idzik has been around, he's been able to watch and see when Canales got a spanking. That being said, he should know he should not separate the two from the run game, the pass game. Don't treat them like two different offenses. It has to be a smooth
Right.
transition. It has to make sense what you're doing. But you also have to have confidence in what you're calling. That is the one thing that I'll be paying attention when he call plays. Is he going to be aggressive, or is he going to be more like passive aggressive, like Canales, things of that nature? So I think if he hasn't seen the examples of what not to do, then it can hurt him as far as his career.
Okay. Will, what you got, Will?
Yeah. So yes. So, sequencing actually helps to develop what it is that we're looking to do. Obviously, like, you're going to take what they give you. You're going to be able to, um, they're going to take what you give them, that you're going to take what they give you, but proper sequencing stresses them to realize that they may not have the right answer on the field. So
Right.
from an offensive perspective, you want to also execute what we do well. You don't always want the defense to dictate to you what is it that you, what is it that they want to put you in.
Right.
So maybe it is us running the ball. Maybe it is against, and of course I'm no, scout or anything like that, but maybe it is that Chicago is weak against the run, and we just run the ball down the middle against them. We stress their linebackers, right? We make
Mm-hmm.
sure that we're able to get that ball in space to our running backs. Maybe that is the answer. Yes, they would love for us to drop back because they got good edge rusher support. Maybe we combat that by running the ball in sequences, letting them know that we will run the ball against you and there's nothing you can do about that. So you need to pay attention to that more so than you worry about us dropping back to pass.
Right.
That's what I think sequencing does for you.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because you can have the identity of that you want to be run first team. You know that you want to that you want to use the run
mhm,
to establish the pass, but that may not be the case every game. You know, like
mhm,
I will always go back to that San Francisco game. They was like number 23rd or 24th, something like that in pass defense.
mhm,
And what made me upset was we did not take advantage of that at all, not one iota. And it was crazy because the week before that, that's when Bryce passed for the 448 against Atlanta, and Atlanta had a number 2 or number 3 ranked pass defense. And we said, you know what? The hell with who you are, who you think you are. We
mhm.
feel like we better than better than you, and our guys match up better, against your guys. I didn't understand why we didn't have that same approach when it came to the 49ers when their pass
Yes.
defense was just as bad. I mean, their pass defense was not good at all, and a lot of their starters were out. You know what I'm saying? And we could
Mhm,
not, or we chose not to. I ain't gonna say we couldn't. We chose not to take advantage of that. That made me hotter than fish grease. You hear me? Like I could
yes.
not wrap my mind around that.
Mhm,
So I'm hoping, like I said, Brad Idzik has been around Dave Canales for a number of years now. He's been in Carolina with Dave, so he knows this offense. He's seen what works. He's seen what hasn't. He probably know what needs to be adjusted. Uh, in the process, he's probably creating his own little ways of establishing a rhythm, if you will, to get the offense going. And even though it will be Dave Canales' offense, I'm pretty sure he's going to have some tweaks in there. He gonna probably have a few plays of his own that he adds into the equation, things of that nature. And I believe that he's going to probably be more aggressive than Dave. I'm hoping that he doesn't come out with that same conservative approach and unsure approach as Dave Canales, because it's hard to establish a rhythm or establish an identity when you don't stick to said identity, or you don't stick to or committed to establishing a rhythm. So that's what I'm hoping when it comes to that. And real quick, let me read the super chat. Shout out Cool Care for the $10 super chat. He said, great conversation this morning, fellas. Love it. Hey, appreciate that, Cool Kev. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for tapping in as well. Um, I know you probably subscribed by now. You have been on both channels, so yeah, I ain't gonna run that spiel down to you, my guy. But yeah, appreciate the $10 super chat. And let's see, Broski said, let's see the Panthers improve their third down conversion rate on both ends, broski. That's offense and defense. Let's just make sure we throw that out there as well. Offense and defense need to improve their third down conversion rate. And Tico said, facts, Tony. If anyone knows Dave's shortcomings as a play caller, is it? That's a fact. That is a fact. And the final proof point is number 5, easy answers for Bryce. Can the offense give Bryce rhythm throws, defined reads, built-in outlets, and answers when pressure shows? Uh Will, you go first on this one.
So go.
Go ahead, Papa.
So
You go first, Papa.
yeah, go pop and go first.
Um, I think you already started seeing that last year. I don't think that Bryce was under extreme pressure comparatively what he's been through already. He sat in front of the some of the most top tier defenses so far. He's gonna go against some good defenses this year. So I think he's battle tested when it comes to what he's seen. And as far as the offensive put them in good situations, I believe they did last year. I mean, he wasn't the number one sack guy last year. I think he only got sacked 23 times. With that being said, I think he can handle the pressure a little bit better. Um, it's really going to boil down to will Brad is it called the right plays when needed to be. He's been working hands on with Bryce. We know this. We've seen it. We've heard him talk about it in his pressers. He knows Bryce. He knows what Bryce wants to do, likes to do, because he said it in his pressers. He talks about how he sat down with Bryce. He's gone over every wide receiver, route tree, what they want, where Bryce wants the wide receivers to be. They've even started using keywords like landmarks. They wasn't talking about that before. So these guys are just not, all of a sudden just started working with each other. Only thing Brad Izzy has to do, even though the menu has been made
Right.
and you got these ingredients, he just gonna cook it a little bit different. It's still gonna come out similar to what you've seen on the menu. It's just gonna have a little bit,
That gumbo got to be right, popping. That
but
gumbo got to be right.
it's gotta be right. It just may
Mm-hmm.
look a little bit different. You this time, you know, you might have the sides a little bit over to the left a little bit, or you might have a little bit of this over there. But it still should. We hope. that it still comes out to look and taste good when we see it on the field. So I'm not too worried about it. But I mean, but they're both under a lot of pressure.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, what you got, Will? Talk to me.
Well, I want to start out by saying you got I felt attacked when y'all started talking about analytics. So I just want to say this. Data is like bacon. It makes everything better. Just so you know.
You know what? You
You tried it. You tried it.
hey,
You
hey,
tried it.
that was 15 minutes ago. Will took 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to come up with that. Oh God. Oh God. Go
If
ahead,
that ain't a
Will.
Okay.
Go
dad
ahead,
joke, if that
man.
ain't a dad joke, I ain't never heard one. That was a dad joke for real.
Hey, listen. I said what I said,
Oh.
gentlemen. Uh, but but so um easy answers are going to be important because um some we have the talent, and if we align and do things if we align and get things organized the right way and put the right personnel on the field to allow the offensive line protection to be right, or to allow Bryce to get us into the right play to find easy answers,
Yeah.
that will be worth magic. So with Isaac saying that he knows what, him and Bryce have been, working together, because Bryce has been talking, working with him, and and I know that Dave Canales has been doing a lot of the play calling, but probably 40 to 50% of the week, you know, the head coach is sitting there having a conversation with the general manager about personnel issues or personnel changes, or this person's about to have a baby. If
Yeah.
she has the baby at this time, what are we going to do? Right. There's so many things that are happening, for a head coach.
Okay.
Having Izzik being able to have that continuity with Bryce, being able to allow him to go into the game with a game plan that allows him to, number one, in the beginning of your podcast, I said that I believe that rhythm is one of the most important things that they got to establish in training camp, and this is why.
Right.
Because if you got rhythm, if you got the capabilities to have rhythm in your offense, it allows for your quarterback to be able to know that you gave him three possible answers to this test on this play, and allow him to get to the line of scrimmage and select the right one of the three, and then have the entire offense know what we are going to do. That helps Bryce gets to the right answers easily and quickly.
Mm, yeah. That is true. So the main takeaway from all this is like it says on the screen, if the Panthers improve here, the offense has structure. If they fail here, the play calling debate gets louder real fast. Real fast. And I don't think it would take long for Panther Nation to light that conversation up.
Mm-mm. It
Yeah.
won't take long.
Yeah, it's not gonna take.
By game five, they
Yeah.
they they is it? Yeah, yeah. By
Yeah.
game five, buddy, boy, that podium talk gonna be crazy if things don't look right.
All right, so here's the bait question. We ain't got to spend a lot of time on it, so it's just pretty simple. So you just tell me um which proof point tells you the most, Brad. It tells you the most about the potential Brad Idzik has as a play caller. Which proof point?
Ooh, That's a hard one for me, at least.
I'm just trying to shake a little honey from the
Yeah.
tree, Papa. I'm just trying to
So
shake a little honey from the tree this morning.
yeah, that,
I honestly can't answer that question. I
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
Will. Give it
TBT,
a shot.
TBD.
mm, third down answers. Because third down keeps you on the field.
That's true.
You could live the fight
That's
another
true.
series. Enough third down gets you to um red zone clarity. You'll be able to figure out if you're gonna have red zone clarity to get enough first downs. Um and third down answers will be evident if you get early down efficiencies. So
Mm,
third, I'm thinking that proof point number 2 will be important. And I'm that's just me, me as a football novice thinking through this.
right,
So
right. What you got, Papa? You ready?
So ask me that question one more time. Maybe I heard it wrong.
It says, which proof point tells you the most about Brad Idzik potential as a play caller?
Well, if he then I okay, now I thought you were saying what he's going to do. But if I'm going by what you're asking me, if the third downs, if that efficiency goes up, then that would tell you that he's comfortable. I would tell you that he's feeling his way. He knows the offense. He's got the guys going. He's built confidence with between him and the players and the plays that he's calling. So I would have to go with number two.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're getting more
I'm
third,
go
you're getting first downs. That means you get more opportunities to get a chance to score.
right, right. Um, both of you picked great answers. If I mean, that's probably what I would have picked if you didn't pick number 2. I mean, really, for me, is you can go. Um, I'll probably go number 1 because number 1 sets up number 2. Early down efficiency, first and second downs. So when you get to that third down, you rather be in third and 2, third and 3. That way the playbook is still wide open to you. You get like the third and 8 or third and 9 or took a sack on first and second down. Now you at third and 15 or whatever. That narrows the playbook. You ain't got you don't have too many design plays for 15 yards or better. You know what I mean? So winning first and second down, and that can get you into that third and manageable. The playbook remains open. The more easy plays that you can call if it's a pass play for Bryce. Um, yeah, so all those things are beneficial for you, and it just doesn't mean that you just have to run the ball. You can run or throw. So
mhm.
that's what I like about the early down efficiency. We have to win consistently on first and second downs. And to you guys' point, number 2, the third down answers, that helps you have better answers on third down. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go into topic 3. Topic 3. And my banner for that is how Brad Idzik helps or hurts Bryce Young. All right. So here's the facts. Bryce Young development is still one of the biggest stories around the Panthers. Brad Idzik's play calling will affect Bryce directly. It affects the timing, the rhythm, the protection, third down, and red zone. It also affects whether Bryce is playing on schedule or constantly trying to save the offense. So the context is, let me be clear, the play caller cannot make every throw for the quarterback. Bryce still has to play, still has to process, still has to make throws, still has to command the offense, but the play caller can make the job cleaner. Like I said before, first read answers, better protection help, better spacing, better motion usage, something that we didn't see a whole lot of last year. Better play action
Mm-hmm.
timing, better red zone concepts, better answers when pressure shows. That is not hiding the quarterback. That is giving him structure so we can judge him fairly. So the question is, Will, you can go first on this one. Will Brad Idzik's play calling make Bryce Young job cleaner or put even more pressure on him? What say you?
Hmm.
Come on now, shaking a little honey from the tree.
So, so okay, because Brad Idzik is the offensive coordinator, and because he's been in Bryce's ear for the last 2 years, they seem to have a really good rapport. I think that bodes well for Bryce.
Okay.
Does Brad Idzik have the aptitude to make the right sequencing of plays, right? Will he have the answers on third down? Will he get the answers that's necessary for Bryce? Will the offense have rhythm? All of that is to be determined. So,
Right.
but, and this is just me, and of course, I'm wild, wild speculation here. I think that Bryce Young wants Isaacs to be the play caller. I truly think
Mm,
that. And why I think that is the Tampa Bay game. We talked about this yesterday. The Tampa Bay game when we did that flea flicker and Bryce Young didn't cover his mouth when he was talking to Izzy. He says, I don't know why we calling plays like that.
y'all gonna make me. I'm gonna have to go back and find that because I didn't see that. I got to see that.
Right. Um, and so that Bay game was a true scope into the Panthers challenges. We had bad ref calls. We had a weather condition. We had play calling issues. And and the head coach is the play caller and he's looking into the call sheet. The ref standing right next to him just screwed up with when they called that backwards pass or whatever the case may be or whatever it was. The ref is
Yeah.
standing right in front of him and he's not saying anything. It was all of
Right.
that, I think, is why I think that trust, it goes back to the conversation you brought up earlier, that trust factor. I think that that's going to be important. I think, and this is just me, I have no facts on this. I think that Brad Idzik and Bryce has a very strong bond with each other and they are going to figure this out as a team because Bryce Young is a has a high football IQ. Brad Idzik is going to be the play caller. They're going to spend a lot more time together. It really sucks that we're not going to be able to watch training camp. So
Right. Yeah, it
So,
does. Hey,
so
real. Okay.
I said all of that to say, I think this is a net positive for the team and for Bryce. I don't think that it puts more pressure on Bryce. There can't be no more pressure on Bryce. It's
You don't think
impossible.
so?
It isn't. Listen, first of all, he's in a contract year. One, two. Nobody, barely anybody outside of a lot of Panther faithful even think that he is even a quarterback. There's no more
Oh,
pop.
I ain't never heard anybody say he ain't a quarterback.
No, but I'm being sarcastic. Like
Oh, okay, okay.
for example, you have most of the NFL prognosticators don't even watch Panther football, so they swear to God that Bryce Young is not good. And I
Mm,
think the conditions are set. I think we got three primetime games this year. and
Yeah,
I
something like
believe,
that. Yeah,
and we're going to be playing well, there is no more pressure than what he's already got on him. So having Brad Idzik be the play caller, I think is a more of a comfort thing because he knows that he has a full-time guy. He's not worried about the guy who's the play caller is not worrying about if someone's having a baby, someone's mother is sick, so they're not going to be able to make it to practice.
that's a
Um,
good point. That's a very good
um,
point.
hey, the GM saying, hey, these are the people that's on the waiver wire. I need to talk to you about this. There's
Right,
so many. By the way, the special team coordinator need to know this. The weight training staff need to know this. And oh, by the way, the head coach has to make sure that the plan of how they're going to travel on the road, that's the head coach's responsibility.
right,
All of that
right,
stuff is happening, and you're the play caller. So
right.
Brad Idzik is now dedicated to that. So I think that that takes some pressure off of this. Now, it would be nice if Brad Idzik was a veteran play caller. That would have been even better. But in steps our guy Bevel. That's a veteran play caller to be able to
Yeah.
assist. So
Okay.
thank you for bringing that question up. I hope I was able to provide at least some of my answers to it.
No doubt. Before you go, popping, Cool Kev said, "Can you guys agree that it is a lack of execution on offense that makes a lot of the play calling look bad?" Yeah, Cool Kev, I mentioned that earlier that I think about 85% of the time it is execution by the players. But there are times where the play calling is obviously bad, called at the wrong time, things of that nature. So it's not 100% on either or, but I do think majority of it is. Ha- I think a majority of it does have to do with the execution of the plays by the players on the field, but play calling by the coordinators, offensively or defensively, definitely play their part as well. That's how I feel about it. So, Pop, go ahead.
Well, I have to disagree with you, Will, but that's nothing new.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. It's nothing new, baby. It's nothing new.
I get I get your points, and I actually see what you're saying. Like, I'm not pushing back against what you said because I think that it's very logical. Except for the part saying that he wants Brad Idzik as his OC. Now I can understand why he would want to because that way they can relate to each other, have more time to actually go over film instead of having to reach out to the head coach who's trying to operate everything in the building. So I get that part. That makes a lot of sense. But I think it applies more pressure to Bryce. The reasons why I say that because you said some key things in there. Prime time games, first time play caller, contract, gotta prove it. Other guys got trying to get paid as well. Brad is not all the way out the clear. He has to, for one, prove himself. He also has to make sure that he shows not only our fans but his bosses that he can get these players in the right situations to win. These players got to execute as well. So there's a lot of pressure on Brad Idzik because when that camera pans over, it's gonna pan over to Brad Idzik, who's holding that play calling sheet. This won't be the first time that Bryce says, "Why did we call that play?" Just because it was Canales. It was just Canales' turn. It'll be a time when
Right.
when Bryce will be like, "Why did Brad Isn't call that play?" I don't like that either. Every quarterback does it. So, yes, there's a lot of pressure because it's show and prove. There's
Yeah, I agree
so
there.
many conditions that has to go right for Brad Izzy to come out of here unscathed. So that's just how I look at it. I think they're both under a lot of pressure. Uh, the only person that's not under pressure is David Tepper. He's the only one.
Yeah, well,
Outs- Outside of that, there's not one room that you can think of that doesn't have pressure on them. Not one room. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay. Will, what you got? You got some comeback on that?
No, I don't have any comeback. I like what he said. Um, I can see where he's saying that there is more pressure on Bryce. I just think that, from my outside looking in,
Yeah.
I mean, the man been benched, the man been thrown on the trash heap. He fought his way back. I mean, he's in a contract year.
Yeah, he's been
Them
through
prime,
adversity. He's
yeah,
been through
them
adversity.
prime,
I agree.
them prime time games. I think
Yeah.
Brad, I'm just popping. I'm gonna let a little bit of the fanatic come out. When we
As you
start
will, sir.
showing
As
up,
you will.
when we start showing up and that defense start clicking and we start winning these games and we go into prime time, ooh, buddy, buddy. On week 4 will be a great testament. That will be everybody. That will be the 2026 Carolina Panther coming out party, week 4, Sunday Night Football against Detroit, and Brad Idzik will be on full display. And with Brad Idzik being on full display, we will be able to see fully what this is going to look like. Um, and to that, I say I am going to be stressed out. So I can only imagine what the team will be feeling at that time and what Brad is going to be
Mm.
feeling at that time. Right. So
When
I
ain't that
believe
pressure?
that,
Ain't that pressure?
yeah, you're right. You're right. I just said I agree with you.
Nah,
Yeah, Lord,
I'm just picking with you, Will. Just picking with you.
agree with you. I'm just saying it is going to be incredible. You're going to be able to cut tension with a knife around that place. So, with that being said, I still think that Brad Idzik is a net positive and takes some of the pressure off Bryce because they are going to be together the entire time, connected at the hip.
Right. 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 I agree with you. Um, Let me just say this real quick. Hey, we are almost 2.5 hours into the live. If you're enjoying the content today, enjoying the conversation, enjoying the debate and the vibe that we are created for you this morning, show love by supporting the channel. Just put the link in the chat for the PayPal. I'm like $7 away of reaching my daily goal of $25. $7 away. So if you feel it in your heart that is beneficial to you this morning and you can support the channel, do feel free to do so. And the QR code is also in the top right corner of the live stream. Yeah, so you can scan that QR code and you can do it there as well. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm about to wrap it up, but also in the description on YouTube is all the links to my social media. So to subscribe to the YouTube channel, to my Twitter channel, and also if you want to become a member of the Patreon community, that link is in the description at the bottom of the description as well. So check that out, and we will be going live on Patreon in about an hour. So if you are a member on Patreon and you're part of the film access or the debatable VIP table, um, you will get an email sent to you with a link that will bring you into the live. And if you don't, please let me know by sending me a message on Twitter. Okay. So that link is also in the description, in the YouTube description is at the bottom. So I greatly appreciate that. So let me just give you my thoughts on this last topic here. I believe Izzy's job is to sharpen the offense around Bryce, not overhaul everything, which, we said before, I don't believe that he's going to do. The Panthers don't need chaos; they need rhythm, structure, and answers. That's what we're hoping that we are going to see. Bryce has to prove himself too, no question. But Idzik has to give him a call sheet that helps him play real quarterback, not hero ball. The call sheet has to create answers, not excuses. All right. So here's where we land. Day 4 was all about Brad Idzik. It's plain and simple. Not the idea of play calling, not the theory of it, not what it's supposed to look like on paper, but just Brad Idzik. He knows offense. We're not questioning that. But now he's got to actually call it when it counts. Can he sequence things the right way? Can he adjust when defenses start taking stuff away? Can he win on third down and finish drives in the red zone? Can he help Bryce Young play with some rhythm and confidence? And most importantly, can he keep this offense from feeling predictable? All right. So thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone enjoyed the show. If you did, share it with a friend or family member. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Turn those post notification bells and select all. And that way you'll be made aware whenever we go live. And real quick, shout out to Black Sox. Hey, Black Sox, thank you for that 4.99 super chat. He said, I'm willing to give BI the benefit of the doubt. I remember him walking over to Canales saying, need to take a shot here mid-drive. Okay, Black Sox. Hey, I definitely appreciate the 4.99 super chat, my guy. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Catch up on these comments real quick, then we'll get out of here. Dave scared. NH said, SC said he deaf coach scared most for the year. SC, I don't know what the hell you said right there. Ray Shack said, Tone, what's up, Ray Shack? Anybody throw me into a tongue twister. SC said, okay, cool, K. And Cool Kev said Bryce has to wear the play sheet on his wrist this year. Yeah, we ain't about to have that discussion.
There we go.
We ain't about to do that. So yeah, if you want even more, consider becoming a member on Patreon, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, and subscribing to the YouTube channel, like I also mentioned. Click the comments for all the links, the description, and I'll catch you next time. And keep pounding. I'm out.